All right, let's jump back into the game. It looks like we're gonna be starting at a fairly new shoe, but we're gonna start with the Diamond Buster strategy, and let's see what we got here. All right, so let's go ahead and get the last 5 outcomes. 3, 4, 5. So that was P, B, P, P, P. All right. So now we're going to wait for the next outcome and then we'll be ready to play. Remember, the objective is for us to get 3 units. All right. Now we're starting somewhere in the middle of a shoe. All right. So, you know, if you're starting at the end of a shoe, you shouldn't have the goals of 3 units, for example. Right. When we're saying 3 units, we're talking about if we have enough space, at least, you know, the beginning to the middle. But if you're at the end of a shoe, all right, so we're going to put our chip on player. But if you're at the end of a shoe, you shouldn't try and go for 3 units. In fact, you probably, not even a probably, you should wait for a new shoe. The reason you should wait for a new shoe is because you simply don't have enough time in the current end of a shoe. All right, so always keep that in mind. Looks like we're going to win that one if that stays nicely. Okay, so that's 1 unit. We're going to put a 1 right there, hit confirm. It says play player again, and we follow this thing until we've made the units that we want. If we should lose a set, remember, as I've said before, losing a set is essentially losing particularly 4 games, but particularly games 3 and 4, because there are we're going to win games 3 and 4 a lot more than we lose game 3 and 4. So if we should have a losing set, that is not a reason for, or a reason for any type of concern. All right, so it says we're going to do a bet on player. So when you lose like that, we're going to increase to 1 unit. So we go for the progression style is 1, 2, 3, 6, or it could be 1, 2, 5, 10. Depends on your bankroll. Okay, if you're going to go 1, 2, 5, 10, make sure you have that 5 number should be no more than 2%. All right. All right, so that was a loss. We're going to put a 2 here. So now we're going to go 3 units on banker. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go 3 units on banker because our progression style is 1, 2, 3, 6. All right. If we should lose that, we will stay in the shoe until we've redeemed or we've gotten close to our redemption. If we should lose 2 in a row, we'll stay in the shoe and play the shoe out, and then we'll conclude the shoe and just take a break. All right. Let's see what we got here. Looks like we're going to win this one at 3. Okay, so we're going to put 3 right here, and it says we should go on player now. So we're going to put our unit on player. We're still at 1 unit right now. We need 2. It started at the 17th hand in this shoe, so I don't know. We you know, like, again, if we were doing a 1, 2, 5, 10 progression, we would have been done. That's the reason for a 5, 10. But the reason why I'm not doing this in the practice accounts because it's not enough money to play that high with this account. I mean, you could. Now, it's not that I can't. You can. I just like, if I'm going to teach, I don't want to teach you guys bad manners or bad habits. All right. And that's just doing too much. You don't have to do too much with this. All right, so let's go 2 units on banker. All right, and remember, our games are, well, anytime we can win, that's great within 4, right? But if we lose the first 2, the 3rd and the 4th game is really where our cachet is. I've said it before, but I'm saying it again because when you say it twice, we win. All right, so let's go for 1 more. Let's go ahead and put our chip on banker. And I've had users try to predict the software. You cannot the software will change. Okay, it will. It just depends on what's out there. All right, it seems streamlined to a degree, but it depends on what patterns are coming up that will force a change. So you got to be keenly aware of that when you're doing this. All right, I was hoping for a win. And also, too, remember, 2 is easier to get than 3. The way that you make money, like you could do a session, you could do, or a shoe, you could do as many shoes as you want. You could also play speed Baccarat. Speed, as long as it's live, okay? Speaking of, do not play RNG. RNG is absolutely crooked. It's crooked. All right, let's see if we can hold off for this win right here. All right. So that placed us at 3 units. We've got our 3 units. You know what we're going to do? We're done here. All right. Now you're probably thinking now, why is it, you're doing there's a lot of consecutive winning you're probably seeing me do, right? It's the process. It's the algorithm and the way that we're managing the time and the money. Okay, that's how we're able to do it. You can check this out. Go and look at the other previous videos that I did that kind of shows you how to play it. It's real simple. It's going to tell you what to play. The progression style can be what you want it. 1, 2, 3, 6, or 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 2, 4. You could do a 1, 2, 4, 8, or you could do a 1, 2, 5, 10. But you want to make sure if you're doing a 1, 2, 5, 10 that you have enough. That 5 number, probably, you don't want to make that too extravagant. All right. You don't want to make that big. But if you do have the bankroll to do so, then fine. But only make that third bet. If you lose the first 2, that third one should be no more than 5 units beyond that first one. All right. All right. With that said, guys, I'll try and do more and more as we go along. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. ShadowMaxTrading.com. There's a 24-hour test period you can try with this newest process called the Diamond Buster. You can try that for 24 hours. Again, when you're trying it, your goal is not to see how well you can gamble. I'm saying this over and over again because I'm absolutely sick of gamblers. I'm absolutely sick of a gambler. Like a gambler, you please do not even bother your time over here. Just go gamble. All right. But here you're going to need to have discipline. Right. We have stop losses, 2 to 5 units in a shoe. All right. If you should lose a set, if you should lose 2 sets, continue to play the shoe out. Then take your break. All right. This is a little different. Like this is the way that we managing risk is done now really more so on the algorithm side. So that's the reason why we can play through a shoe even after having taken a loss. It's because of the way this thing works. With that said, guys, thank y'all so much for listening. ShadowMaxTrading.com. Until the next time. Oh, if you want to go take a free trial, go to Shadow Max Trading, click on the contact us, and send a notification there, or you can just email me permutationspro@gmail.com and I will get the same notifications there as well. With that said, thank you guys so much for listening. Until the next time, take care.